after all the hoo-ha that's taken place in Rotterdam in the Netherlands yesterday and over the weekend, with the Turkish ministers being denied access and the rallies being cancelled there, I think this is they were completely right by the Dutch government to cancel the rallies, obviously, and they did similar things in Germany and Switzerland and Austria, where similar events to campaign for the referendum they are having in Turkey next month to basically give Erdogan more powers, basically, so he can basically do what he wants, basically, without having to refer to the parliament or what which they have there. And that this is obviously a step towards greater dictatorial powers, let's say, for Erdogan, who already has pretty a lot of power in the country, obviously. And after the coup, he of course used the coup as a way for him to then also get more power, of course. And obviously this up and coming referendum, which is interesting that he is going outside of Turkey to get try and canvass votes for this referendum from dual citizens and or just Turkish citizens who living in the Netherlands. So there's about 400,000 Turks there. About over half of them can vote in this election, as there's over there's about 1.5 million in Germany. There are around 800,000 in France. There's a lot in France, Turks in France as well, but they were actually allowed. France did not block these talks for some reason. I don't know whether the amount that can actually vote is a lot less, but surely that's quite a sizable chunk of people who would be able to vote, and you're getting uh, half of the number of people. You're getting a much bigger outrage in the Netherlands for some reason, and you've also, of course, the thing that's made things the situation up a lot more in the Netherlands is a lot of the heated response from Erdogan in calling the Dutch Nazis and fascists for not letting the Turkish ministers into the country and to have their rallies, which of course he's overreacted and doing. And this isn't a surprise from Erdogan. This is someone who very headstrong. He's very quick to criticize other country. He criticizes Germany. He criticized Germany a lot in the fact that they were complaining because they had 1 million Syrian refugees, whereas Turkey has many times that more. It's a yeah, that's part of the reason he thinks he has Europe by the balls in it, is that he can sort of let he can sort of let Syria and a lot of these refugees loose on Europe, and things like, ooh, if they went mad when there was like 100,000 crossing the border into Europe, what if I just send 9 million of them into Europe, and then we'll see how the shit hits the fan. I think that's somewhat what is the card he's trying to play here in that. But as I say, Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, and the Netherlands are all right in cancelling it, because I don't see why they should be allowed to canvass for votes for their election outside of their own country. Would this be allowed for any other kind of election? Say if there was, I don't know, a large British community in America. Well, I guess there kind of is, or Australia. You didn't see Brexiteers or people who wanted Brexit going to Australia or wherever, or Ireland or America, to canvass votes from British citizens to vote for this thing. And maybe they wouldn't have made a big deal about it, but I don't think, and especially the way that people see it as Turkey moving away from democratic means, as by giving Erdogan greater powers. Of course, this is the worrying thing: is that Turkey is a republic, and it seems to be moving more towards a more extreme form of dictatorial government under Erdogan, which is of course a bad thing, and it also plays into why the Dutch are right in banning these things. Of course, if these people want to vote, they're not saying the dual Turk Dutch citizens should not be able to vote or anything. That would be fascist and so on. But what is fascist by the Turks is that they think they have the right to go to someone else's country and then canvass for votes for their thing. It's like, yeah, do it in your own country. If your own countries matter, keep it within your country. You shouldn't be coming to other countries to have people to vote about things. I don't think it should be allowed. That should be allowed. I don't think it doesn't matter that it's Turkey doing it. I don't think any other country should be allowed to do the things that they want to do in terms of having no other country should be allowed to have rallies for elections in another country. Like, I don't know what the international law is on that. I think every country has a firm right. Like Turkey would. I'm pretty sure Turkey wouldn't allow this. I'm pretty sure America wouldn't. A lot of countries wouldn't allow other countries to hold rallies in their country for elections. The main irony in Turkey and Erdogan calling the likes of the Netherlands Nazis and fascists for not letting them hold the rallies is the fact that the Turkish government does not recognize the Armenian genocide, which is which is very close to Nazi type, is about as close as you can get. The genocide of the people, and yes, it was 100 years ago, but because they never admitted to it, they've never acknowledged it. It's crazy, and if anyone hits back at them for that, they get very angry and they're like, "Fuck you, man! You're Nazis! Fuck you! You're Nazis! We never did anything wrong. Germany killed way more people." It's like, yeah, you still killed 1 million Armenian Christians in your country. You genocided them, and I think it's about time they admitted to that. And I think not only because of that should countries hold Turkey to account, but recognize the Armenian genocide, and they should stop going around calling people Nazis. And also the Danish Prime Minister was supposed to meet Erdogan, and he's postponed it over this whole thing with the Dutch and all the controversy. And also the Dutch elections, the Dutch have their elections coming up, which also plays into it because they don't want to be seen. This whole thing with the Turkish referendum to mess with their own elections that they're having next week this week, I guess, on Wednesday. So it's only a few days away, and then they've got all this controversy, and it's kind of messing with their own democracy. Yeah, it's messing with democracy to some extent, and then I don't know, maybe it'll affect some of the Turks, the dual national Turks in the countries who they want to vote for, or maybe they'll just be like, oh, we don't want to vote for any of them. Because obviously, when I say talking about the Turks here, not all of the Turks are pro-Erdogan. A lot of them do want a more secular Turkey, and those are the real victims in all of this, because those are the ones who will be scared if they are living in Turkey of getting locked up, of getting taken away by Erdogan. This is another reason why you've really got to hold Turkey to a higher not a higher standard, but you've got to hold them to some standard, and their standard is pretty low at the minute with Erdogan, because he's treading down a dangerous path of moving towards a dictatorship, and especially since he arrested a lot of journalists and a lot of people who criticized him and his regime, which is certainly more reminiscent of a Nazi, not necessarily Nazi, but a fascist dictatorship than what the Dutch have done and what the Germans have done. And of course, it's easy for him to go, oh well, the Germans they were Nazis. So this what happens with Turkish relations with a lot of these countries, whether Turkey just falls out with every single European democracy at the moment, or Albania, or whoever the best friend, Albania, Bosnia, their eternal friend, aren't they? I don't know what the governments in those countries. Yeah, they have strong relations, but yeah, whether they fall out with any more countries because of a similar thing. Of course, when I'm criticizing Turkey, I'm criticizing the government, not the Turkish people, because not all of them, of course, do not support Erdogan, but some of them do. It's like any country. So yeah, hopefully no one gives in to the Turks over this, and yeah.